All right, so let's talk gaining strength, because that's what we're all about, right? When we want to gain muscle, we want to build our overall strength. And how do you do that? What are the most effective things to put into place so that you're effectively gaining muscle from week to week? Because we can go in the gym, we can have kind of a game plan, but if we're really not honing in and focusing on the ability to build our strength and don't have a solid plan in place for that, we can also just, kind of flounder in the gym. And we don't want to do that. So here are my suggestions for what you need to start doing to really build your overall strength and muscle in the gym. Number one, slow down. And I talk about this a lot, but you need to slow down. So often I see people powering through the reps, just trying to hit that magical number, whether it's 10 or 12 or 15 or 20. And so pumping them out as fast as you can just so that you make sure you get them done. That's not an effective way to strain the muscle to actually build bigger muscles. It's just not. So slow down. I don't care if you're only doing 5 reps. The time under tension is king. So what that means is you're going to slow down the repetitions and go painfully slow down, painfully slow back up. What you're going to find when you do this, you're not going to be able to lift as heavy, and that's okay. Like, this isn't an ego game. You don't have to look cool in the gym because you're lifting 100-pound dumbbells. Like, go to the 15-pounders. You can get a great workout in with those and really hit the muscles hard. So you're going to slow down, you're going to drop the weight. That's number one. Number two is get out of your head that you have to hit a certain rep. We do 3 sets of 10 reps, and maybe we could have done more. Maybe that doesn't push us the way it needs to push us. So kind of get out of your head the reps. If you want to set a rep range, do that. Maybe I'm going to do 10 to 15 reps. That way you're providing some leeway in there. So if you hit 10 reps and you're like, you know what, I could push a few more out, you give yourself that opportunity basically. And so it's, again, not about how many reps you're doing, it's about how much the muscle is strained and going to failure on your sets. Give it all. Every single rep matters. Don't just think that I'm going to pump out 10 reps and maybe the last couple of my last set will matter. No, make sure that every single repetition counts. All right. The other thing is make sure your form is on point. And this kind of goes with doing too much weight, but often we will try to lift so much weight that our form goes to hell. The whole rocking of the body if we're trying to get the barbells up or dumbbells or whatever it is, and we just don't want that. So make sure your form is solid. Now, how do you effectively set up the best sets and the best reps to build strength and muscle? I'm going to tell you. And it's breaking your lifting down into a 4-week cycle. So in week 1, you are going to do roughly 12 to 15 repetitions. Week 2, you are going to do 9 to 11 repetitions. Week 3, you're going to do 6 to 8 repetitions, and in week 4, you're going to do 3 to 5 repetitions. Now, obviously, as you go from week to week to week, you're going to be increasing the amount of weight. Maybe not so much from week to 2 because you're going from 12 to 15 to 9 to 11. So some exercises you may be able to increase, some you may not. But by the time you get to week 4 and you're only doing 3 to 5 reps, you should be lifting a lot heavier than you were in week 1, okay? Now, when this 4-week cycle is over, I want you to restart it. Track all your measurements, all your weights, so you know what you were lifting 4 weeks ago, so you don't have to go back and start guessing again. And what you're going to find is when you go back, so on week 5, when you go back to week 1 of the 12 to 15 reps, you're going to find that on a lot of exercises, you're able to lift more than you were 4 weeks ago. Crazy, right? This method works, I'm telling you. Now, I get asked a lot, well, how do I know, if I'm doing 12 to 15 reps or 9 to 11, how do I know how much weight to push? Well, when you start off, you're going to have to kind of test the waters a little bit. You may not know what your max limit is on the 12 to 15 rep range, but here's a good way to determine what that is. If you are on set 2 or set 3 and you can't hit 12 reps, you need to lower the weight. You've got to be able to hit that minimum, that at least that lower number, the 12 or whatever week you're on. And if you're not hitting that on every single set, you need to drop the weight. And if you're hitting the max number, so let's say on week 1 you're hitting 15 very easy on every single set, and you probably could push out a few more, then you need to increase the weight. So it's gonna take a little bit of playing the first couple weeks to kind of figure out where your weight is, and then you'll be able to really know for the second round when you do the second half of the 4 weeks. So 4 weeks and then another 4 weeks. That's why you need to track it the first 4 weeks so you know where to pick up the latter 4 weeks. All right, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'd love to answer them, explain this a little bit more if anything is confusing. And remember, above all else, to please subscribe to our channel if you get any value out of this. Remember, you've got this.